Aries. Thanks for dropping in with me. We are here to just tap into your collective frequency and see what is the message of the moment that wants to come through for you. We're here to get the memo from Spirit and see what's up ahead. This is for any significant Aries placement, or if you have a prominent placement in the first house. Also, if you're a Libra rising, that makes you an Aries descendant. And you may find resonance with this read. Flip-flop roles as you need to. Take what's yours, toss aside the rest, and let's just dive right in here. The first message that I got coming in for you was you have to do this totally by instinct. Plans will fall short. You got to go with what feels right. You have to go with the impulse of the moment and gain clarity about what is just sort of like a reactionary pattern and what is truly intuitive information coming through, merged with the wisdom of the lessons that you've already graduated here. Okay, so interesting. You're sort of living life by braille at this time. You got to move through things in a very tactile way, but tactile internally, which is interesting, just really cluing into the sensation in the pit of your gut. You know, what is it telling you? I think of intuition, and a lot of times intuition can come in our heart, or maybe there's something that really gets activated in our consciousness, you know, that third eye activation. But when I think of instinct, it lands more really in the physical body. You know, you feel it in your gut. Some of you may have dealt with an experience where you felt like you were kind of like sucker punched in the gut. Oh, you say it's a rude awakening, but it was worth it. Okay, it highlighted something of importance to you. I feel like you're midstream and you're changing. You're changing your mind about something. You're changing your directional flow. You're trying to pull off what you feel might be almost an impossible feat, but you're always up for a challenge. Okay, you have to swim upstream in regard to this situation, right? But when you get to where you're hoping to go, there's a lot that'll grow from it. All right, it looks good on the other side of this challenge. Okay, going against the current, swimming against the flow. This is really coming up in Leo season. That's making me think of salmon. You could be dealing with a Leo in this situation. It's possible. All right, I also feel Leo season is really highlighted. And we do have a lot of interesting energy going on right now. We're in middle of a Mercury retrograde. We're about to head into eclipse season. Eclipse season is really going to be impacting those nodes of destiny. You're going to be impacted directly. You're up in the North Node, Aries. And for Libra risings, you know, your energy is holding down that South Node. So you are dealing a lot with mirroring situations at this time, Aries. You're dealing a lot with the way you relate to things. You're also dealing with the impact of your ability to be a creator, and how if you're seeing something you don't like in your external environment, the cleanup work always begins within first, and then the external changes. 4 on the clock. You're laying down the foundation one step at a time. This is like a rebirth energy coming in here. I think you already went through some major passage. You already had a major realization. Like I said, you already got sucker punched in the gut. There was something you had to face squarely. You looked death straight in the eyes and you said, bring it on, man. Okay, so I do feel like you got to the other side of something and now you're ready to head into the rebirth cycle. That's what I feel. Where things have felt a little bit heavy, there's something kind of more lighter, playful coming into being here. There's a little bit of buoyancy coming into life. And I do feel like there's something here that does get your fire lit again. It gives you a little bit of enthusiasm and you feel like you got a fresh start here. Yes, this is a change. There are 5 candles on this cake, okay? So before things can come into balance, there had to be a little disruption. There might have been a little chaos, all right? There could have been some stuff that felt really out of balance before it gets set right. But it needed to happen. It's necessary. You might feel like a little worse for the wear. You might be feeling the march of time. You might be feeling stuff going on with your skeletal structure, like some kind of like nagging problem with, the spine, something going on with the knee, ankles. I'm getting like joints and spine energy here. I think that you're going to be sort of turning back the clock. Okay. You're turning back the clock. That's why it seems like it's going against the stream, the natural stream of how time flows. You're like, no, we're gonna take some time back that we lost. Ooh, okay, let's check it out. Let's see what's going on here for you, Aries. What's coming in for Aries? What's coming in for Aries? What is this? If I could turn back time, that Cher song. I just heard it go through my head. Maybe you know somebody named Cher, okay? Ooh, you're bringing sexy back. That's what I just heard. You're bringing sexy back. Look what we got here. We got big, sexy Satan showing up on the scene here. Okay, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You're ready to, bring forward the goat in you, the rebel in you. Also, you're very resilient, Yeah, I may have been through a lot. I may look a little worse for the wear. You would too if you'd been in the trenches, okay? But I still got it in me. I can make this look good. I can put my own spin on it. Yeah, I think it is hot when somebody is able to take the heat and still come out the other side of that, rise to the challenge. 7:11 on the clock. I think you're about to enter a lucky cycle here. Some people may think it's not fair. They may think, why do you get away with it and I can't? Well, because you're Aries. And you do have to lead the charge. If you don't lead the charge, then everybody's left behind. Now, I'm not saying you didn't let some of your wild side out, or maybe you didn't play around with a little bit of the taboo, or perhaps delve a little bit into your dark side. You may have had to cast off some demons, this is true, but you learned a lot along the way. And I do feel like you've done your time. You've entered through those gates of hell, and you're now ready to be on the other side. So you have learned a lot during this cycle. With the bird book snake thing, you could have learned those lessons in the Scorpio terrain, okay? So there could have been clandestine matters you were dealing with. There could have been matters that have dealt with the cycles of time, life, death, rebirth. These are themes that go hand in hand with Scorpio terrain. I also feel like you've been through a major transformation year. Some of you may have been dealing with issues of, I heard death and taxes. Okay, maybe you were dealing with wrapping up something along that line. Could have been something to deal with the passing of a loved one and maybe the financial aspects of that, things that need to be sorted out on that level. I also feel there has been a fair amount of indulgence here, letting your freak flag fly, diving into the wild side, and you learned a lot through it. You did. I also feel like you're wanting to get your sexy back, though, because I feel like that's not where you're really at right now. Now, right now, you feel like, what happened? I need to turn back time. Some of you may be really feeling the march of time. You want to turn the tide back, okay? I feel like you're going to be working on that, Some of you are revamping your image. Some of you are revamping your vibe, okay? It's the rebirth of slick. All right, okay. I like it. I like it. There's definitely something that, is bringing about a transformation here, though. And you've learned a lot along the way. And I do feel like you're getting to this place where you're going on up to that north node. You've done your time and you're ready to head due north. I feel like you got your heart aligned. And even if you don't know quite what that destination looks like, the steps that you're taking in the present moment are leading you where you're supposed to go. I do feel like you're dealing with things more spontaneously. You're not mapping everything out. You've learned a lot about how quickly the game plan can change. Yeah, I mean, look at this. There's something interesting here. There is a real party vibe going on here. And I have to say that birthday corpse and also this little Pablo here, this showed up in Libra's read too. So you could be dealing with your mirror. You could be dealing with somebody on the opposite side there. You could be dealing with a Libra. I also feel like this is you getting to the other side of a really heavy duty cycle. There's a lot that's been cleansed away here. There's been a lot of spiritual cleansing. There is a sense of things being brand new. And maybe you were dealing with a Scorpio, okay, that had you in quite a pinch, but now I think you got that Scorpio firmly by the tail here, and you're calling some shots. There also might be you sort of signaling a new era to come here as well. It does have vibes of like brand new start, fresh start. You are the innovator. You do kick off the rest of the signs. That's your role. You do lead the charge. This does look sort of like do 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 do. You're leading the charge, okay? You're leading the charge. Oh, and you're holding some people accountable, okay? You're holding some people accountable and you're cleansing away the BS. Okay, I like that. I think there's some cause for celebration here. So let's see what this is about. Some of you may be finding out that you got a baby on the way, and in that case, you might want to get your yah-yahs out before the kid arrives on the scene. That's coming in for some of you. Okay, let's check this out. What's coming in here for Aries? Not all of you, don't panic. I heard some Aries protesting there. Okay, it's not for all of you, but it is coming in for somebody here. Yeah, it is coming in for somebody here with the pupa vomiting on cats. Okay, there could have been a couple little clandestine arrangements that could have gotten somebody caught up, you know. I also feel like you've been dealing with an interesting dynamic that you're aware of here. You got quite a few people that got their eyes on you right now. I also feel like there's an energy that's kind of on your back. There's an energy that's on your back here with the heron bearer. This might be somebody who has been kind of like creating unnecessary burden in a situation. I feel like you've been trying to figure out your next steps or which way to go in a situation, and there's been something that's sort of been weighing you down unnecessarily here. You felt something a little bit off about this particular character here. Something seemed a little fishy to you. You could have been dealing with a Pisces in this situation. You could have been dealing with a Leo as well. We did have that kind of like salmon reference come in the beginning, and salmon is associated with Leo in Native American birth totem astrology, okay? We also got Capricorn references here. Just going to kind of bring in the signs. Do be aware that we can all embody the signs. I do call them out because people appreciate it. But really, you know, anybody can take on those kind of energies. We also have really strong Scorpio references coming in here. Strong cat reference, year of the cat, year of the rabbit, same thing, just different traditions within Chinese astrology. All right. Leo energy again. Maybe Leo is not quite roaring like a lion at this time, might be playing the coquettish kitten. You might have a Leo that's keeping an eye on you under a phony account. Okay. They might even have a whole gaggle of people, you know, following you under an account that they created. I have to say here, this has a lot of like feminine vibes around it. It's got catty vibes. It's got cat fishing vibes. Okay. So if you've been talking to somebody and you felt a little off about it, if you've been talking to somebody online, this person's wearing a mask. Their true identity is hidden. And if they remind you of somebody that you've interacted before and you're suspecting it's somebody you dealt with before, it is, okay? But they're also informing a lot of other people. It seems like things that are secretive in nature. So this would be more like somebody who's kind of like sent in maybe too to talk to you. And they're taking back like whatever you share with them to it looks like a group of people. It looks like a group of women, okay? And it does have kind of catty vibes. But this person wants to keep this hidden. I also feel like you got some catfish accounts you're dealing with too in a situation. Just be aware of what you share online and who you're sharing it with, especially if you want to keep things sort of like to yourself, okay? Because I feel like this could be a sabotaging element. Somebody here is really awkward about approaching you. I feel like somebody wants to approach you, but they also know that they come with a lot of like baggage. They come with maybe a lot of secrets, so many skeletons. They have a lot of indiscretions, all right? And they know that, their cover got blown back there. I hear that too. And so somebody here is trying to think of an approach. How do I approach? How can I approach and how can I tell a little bit of the truth, but not tell the whole truth so that all of my escapades aren't revealed? And I can get this thing to move forward. This could be, like I said, a little rebellious type. This could have had something to do with like a road trip. It's given like Jack Kerouac kind of vibes on the road again, just hitting Route 66. Maybe somebody's always wanted to do that. You've always wanted to take Route 66. You've always wanted to, take it by motorcycle. Okay. Maybe this is getting involved in like a bike club or something. I just feel it's like those born to be wild kind of vibes though, like hitting the open road, being a free spirit, feeling a little bit rebellious, also feeling a little bit prickly, a little bit defensive, about wanting to be able to, not have somebody sort of like trying to cramp your style. Like you really want to be able to do what you want to do, and you got your eyes on the prize there. There's something that you feel like, no, that's my cheese. There might be a lot of rats trying to vie for this cheese, but this is all mine and I'm going to claim it. All right. And again, we got, kind of Scorpio energy here, but it's coming in the form of an eel. Okay. So that makes me think that somebody here is possibly, hell bent on bringing a tower to you moving forward here. There might be somebody here that's being really demanding, that just is requiring your constant maintenance. Okay. Something you need to be aware of in this situation. You could have, gone out to sushi with this character. Maybe you tried unagi for the first time with this person. This person could be a bit of a foodie. They like more kind of like gourmet kind of foods. Maybe you went on a picnic with them. This could have a connection to somebody down south. I'm picking up Arizona really strongly in correlation with this, okay? Could have gone on a trip to the desert as well. I got Joshua Tree there, okay? These might be some clues, I think that you've run out of steam heading in a particular direction, and you're, like I said, you're changing course midstream. So let me do one more round of these Arcane DS cards because I'm really enjoying working with them. And then we'll dive into the Shadow Light playing cards, get some more details, okay? I do think there's been some escapades here, but I think now you're kind of like running out of steam and you want to change stream. Yeah. Oh, yeah, It's interesting. This is a really interesting message. Okay, so we got the orgy here. I'm going to hold it back at a distance. There's definitely been a bit of, experimentation, let's say. There's also some complicated connections that you're dealing with here where it's like less than 6 degrees of separation. This is like a whole community of people like jumping into bed with each other. There might be some confusion that's been caused about, these shenanigans. There also may be something coming in regard to this where you're trying to decide, what you're really looking for. Do you really want that freedom? or do you want something different? And I feel like there's a bit of a conundrum in a situation because you do feel like somebody's stolen your heart. Okay? Got the wasp here, and maybe a certain truth stings as well. There could be something coming in along the lines of like, well, I did all of this, experimentation, and I got my yayas out, and I've had a lot of lovers, and I've tried different things, and I went there, but I found that my mind wasn't really stimulated. It fell flat on that level. Like I didn't feel really, intellectually stimulated. Something about it seemed a little base. And it also kind of left you in a place of confusion too. It might have left some messes to clean up. But I feel like along the way, something stole your heart. Thief, something stolen your heart here. And something about this stings, like the realization of it stings, right? Or somebody feels like this about you. It could be that something that was casual to you meant a lot more to another, okay? Let's do a cut of the deck on that. I want to dive into the shadow light playing cards here. Yeah, look at this. We got Pitbull driving a tiny truck here. Okay, this could be somebody who's like, no, I got a bone to pick here. That's my bone. And I'm gonna grab a hold of it. There's somebody here who like, yeah, they're bringing it on real strong. They feel real adamant about something is their way forward. 333 could be a sign for you of synchronicity, of coming into alignment with a particular character who feels like you stole their heart, or you might feel they stole yours. Either way, somebody here is not willing to let this go. They're not willing to let it go. Yeah, they're not willing to accept the space between you. They're about to eliminate that distance, get things coming into view, bring things closer. They're also not willing to just sort of like be left on hold, left on red, left in this place of not knowing what's going on. Okay, so some distance or some space is wanting to be bridged here. I see that. And I see somebody feels rather like, pretty adamant about this. Pretty adamant about this. And they may feel like I'm not really prepared. I don't have everything that I wanted to move forward with this, but I don't give a crap. What I don't have to, move forward with this in practical terms, I can more than make up with it in my might, in my determination. I got that. Okay. So you could be dealing with somebody born in the year of the dog as well in Chinese astrology. You could be dealing with somebody who was in the doghouse. They want to come out of the doghouse, pulling out the shadow light playing cards. Yeah, I mean, I see there was. Ooh, did you see that? There is like blocking energy right there. See, no, it's not ending. There was something that ended here. It was pretty brutal, but I feel like now it's getting to the other side of, well, what's learned at the end of the ending. You know what I'm saying? Because when something comes to an end, it creates opening for a new beginning. It opens the road. So I feel like you don't care about the ending anymore. Like you're like, no, we're not even talking about the ending. I'm over the ending. Let's talk about the beginning. What's on the other side of this? Oh, but you know what? Look, 10 of spades, in the shadow right there. There's something here that can't be ignored. I got that. There's something here that can't be ignored. The way that something ended, right? I mean, somebody feels that way. Somebody feels like there needs to be illumination brought to a certain situation. It's not just so easy, like, oh, we just like slide into the future. It was 44 on the clock when I brought that in. So it's like, in order to share a vision or get on the same page, there are certain things that need to be addressed, aired out, brought into balance. And then we got something to work with for the future. Then we can build. It's like, this kind of energy coming in. It's really about the foundation and moving something forward properly. Okay. because something is only as strong as its foundation if you want it built to last. That's what we're looking at here with the Four of Diamonds. Also, security is super important to somebody in this situation. And we do have, you know, the enthusiasm here. I feel this. You're enthusiastic with the Jack of Clubs. That's your energy. You could also be dealing with the fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We had Leo come in here. You may have felt that somebody was a bit of a player. You may have felt like somebody took things flippantly. You may have felt like somebody played things too fast and loose. You want somebody to show up a little bit more. You want to see some, you know, practical things being put in place. You want to see somebody like taking the foundational steps or really considering your security, you know, your ability to be able to completely let go and trust another. Can they hold it down? Can they show up? You know, can they go through the rough stuff and still hold the line? You know, this piece here, you know, you may have wanted somebody to grow up in this situation, but I feel like you got some character here that is coming forward and they have something to talk to you about. They're not happy with, you know, this not moving forward with the Three of Clubs in the shadow. Yep. They got something they need to address here. It does got strong fire sign energy. All right. In the light, King of Clubs energy. This is your energy again. You may have called quits on this. You know, nope, I'm not going to go in that direction. I'm changing direction midstream. It's just the way it is. I got to think about what I need independently. You know, I got to think about myself, what I want to grow for myself. This is you bringing your fire forward. It is you moving into that more initiatory energy, like setting things in motion, taking action toward what you do have agency over, which is your own moves, your own choices, your own freedom of will here. Okay. I'm feeling good about it. And again, I also feel like you're in this process right now where you want to get to the other side. It's like, okay, a little worse for the wear. I'm ready to like polish things up. I'm ready to put some care and attention into my physical appearance. I'm ready to like revamp my image so it's more authentic, it's more in alignment with who I truly am. And that also applies to your brand if you're in business, all of it. Like you're wanting a reboot, you know, but you're wanting to reboot on your terms and you're sort of leading the charge and you're really investing in yourself right now. Somebody has a problem with it. It puts them all in their head. It gives them a lot of grief. You could be dealing with another fire sign energy, though. You could be dealing with another Aries. You could be dealing with a Libra rising. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with a Leo came out really strongly. You could also be dealing with a Sagittarius, okay? Whoever this character is that's, you know, bucking this idea you have about bringing things to a close with them with the Eight of Spades in the shadow, like they really feel like they're stuck at the crossroads and they're really stuck in their head about this. And they're kind of kicking themselves right now with sort of sabotaging the way that they wanted to see this pan out or move forward. And they feel like if they can just talk to you about this, they can get you to see their point of view. Yeah, they want to talk to you about this with the Jack of Spades, or you want to talk to somebody about this. Pick what side you're on because it can work both ways. And we have to remember with these reads, you know, cross watcher energy always comes in. And especially when we got sort of like relationship dynamic stuff coming in, it can be mirroring energy. So it's just where it's at, especially with where you're at right now, holding up the North Node position and your mirror Libra being in the South Node. So you're going to be dealing with mirroring situations. What's going on within you is what you're seeing happening in your environment. The stuff that irritates you about another is actually stuff that that person is showing you about yourself. Okay, so that's the way it works. Nobody ever likes it, but it is the way it is. And so, ooh, somebody wants to dim that down. No, it's real, man. It is. It's real. That's real talk there. Okay, and that's how you bring things into balance is by recognizing that it's never just about the other person. So either you feel that way or somebody you're dealing with feels that way. And there needs to be more of a meeting of the minds here. But I see real honest communication coming in here. There could even be a declaration of love coming in here. Somebody's finally opening up. They're communicating, you know. Maybe you want to make a declaration of love in a particular direction, or somebody's making a declaration of love towards you and it's really pissing this person off. I see a queen of clubs pretty irate in regard to this action. All right, I have to say. Now, with all the action that came in earlier, this could be a side piece is pretty riled up about this. This is not how this was supposed to go. They're not liking this, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, Queen of Clubs coming up in the shadow. This can be somebody on the side. This can be a unicorn energy. This can be somebody who, you know, was meant for a good time, but not for the long haul. And this person's angry and combative. You do need to be aware of this. You do need to be aware of a volatile situation that's brewing here with this character. They are going to take some kind of action. I do think you're going to hear from this person. Yeah, this could be that they want to air out that they were a third party here. They want to bring that into light. They want to talk about how, you know, they were one of your options. They don't want to be hidden anymore. This could be a bone of contention, and right there's the Libra energy. There's the South Node energy. It's also air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Discover, learn, and play about what caused separation in a situation with the Two of Hearts. All right. Somebody's learning about something here. You could also be, you know, sharing this, you know, coming clean about this yourself. You may know that something's about to air something out and you'd rather take ownership of it yourself than have somebody else tell your story, or whoever you're dealing with is coming from that position. They know that their cover's about to be blown, so they're going to beat this person to the chase because they know if this person says how things go, they're going to distort it so it makes them look more favorable. They'll manipulate a situation so that, oh, I was the one who was misled, when that's not it at all. Whoever this character is like a third party in this situation that's been a source of division, complication, confrontation, conflict, issues. They want to like be in this position where, you know, they threw them rocks, but they want to hide their hands, and they'd rather just like maybe blame it all on Aries, or, you know, blame it all on this individual that, you know, looks like you're wanting to move forward with or work something out with in this situation. You know, you're trying to get things to get back on the same page, work harmoniously with this person. There could be a money piece involved in this situation too, and maybe that's why this character here is taking a strong action. They feel like something's due them, you know. They didn't get their way in a situation, and they want a payout. They feel like, no, you need to like make this up to me. You need to make this good, and if you don't, this could be somebody telling you if you don't give them what they want, that, you know, maybe pay them off or something. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna blow your cover. They're gonna blow your lover's cover or something like this. I don't know what this is, but this is some weird energy, man. All right, I know you're trying to work through something, but you got a troublemaker in your mix here. It looks like it's a fire sign energy moving in the shadow, or it's like some side piece that's really trying to stir up some problems here. Well, you know what they say, he who stirs the pot has to lick the spoon. With that, yeah, it don't taste so good now, does it? Ten of Hearts coming up in the shadow. Yeah, I mean, I feel like your energy is in a good place here with the King of Diamonds. Like, this shows a real grounded energy, but yeah, you might have been partnering with somebody who they're not happy about this. Look, they're chasing after you. Okay, so this could have been the person on the side. They could have had strong earth and fire in their chart. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine here. All right, and they maybe were money hungry. This could be somebody who's a clout chaser. This could be like a gold digger. This could be somebody who wanted to get their mitts on your come up or something that you got. Could even be your partner in some cases here. So you're ready to move into, a better cycle here. You're ready to, really establish something. Now you know what you want to invest in, what you're wanting to create for yourself. But they're like, oh, changing places. You think you're gonna sneak up on me? Oh no, I got a little something for you. I'm sneaking up behind you. Okay, you might have a strategy in play. I think this person thinks they're gonna surprise you with something, but I see that your cutoff game is really strong here with the King of Spades coming up in the light. Okay, interesting, right? You could be a Libra rising. Yeah, something is being decided here. It's very decisive. Something's being completely cut off. And now looking at it that way, when it got reversed, look at this. There could be two masculines involved that are teaming up with each other to address this particular Queen of Diamonds here. I have to say, this could be the person in the middle who's being problematic, and two people are putting their heads together to contain this situation that's disrupting things. I got that. Somebody who's stirring things up. Strong earth in their chart. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They have a strong earth and fire placement. You know who this is because this is somebody that's like maybe like a third party element. It doesn't have to be they were a lover. There's pretty strong indications of that. But it could also be somebody who's just like a real meddler that's been causing problems. And these two men, I feel like there's two men here who know about this situation. They're sort of tag teaming. It's like they got her closed in. Oh, wow. Yeah. And they're going to take some action here to swiftly resolve this issue, clean it up. I see that with the Jack of Spades, because something's really been causing a problem with, getting things balanced out in a situation, getting people to work together, getting things on the same page. In some cases, it could be a work situation, like one of these partners is out of there because they've just been making a real freaking mess of things. And maybe even this person's been on the take. They've been taking more than their fair share. They've been skimming off the top. They've been cutting side deals. Like there's something that's, being cut off here. Yep. It's caused too much stress. It's caused too much worry. And if you're wondering, is this the right course of action to take? Yep. It'll be successful with the Six of Clubs there. Okay. So I see you overcoming this. This person doesn't stand a chance. They don't. Not with you getting the Six of Clubs. That's not just like a victory. It's not just a win. It's a big one. Okay. So something's really going in your favor here. Cut of the deck. What do we got? Ooh, a little shadow here. Yeah, I mean, there you are, King of Diamonds in the shadow. Okay, so I do feel like, again, this energy is bitter about being cut off. It is. It is earth sign energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's coming up both masculine and feminine. So I know here that not only are the emotions like really riled up and somebody's feeling very stubborn, but I also know that somebody's ready to back that up with action. This is not a passive energy. And there definitely could be something about finances involved here. You called it out. You saw it real quick. You cut it off. And this character is not happy about it, but you put up some strong blocks in place. You're protecting what's yours. And they're just going to have to take the L in this situation because it looks like they got far more opposition against them than they do have working in their favor. And this is just one of those things that they got to chalk it up to the game, accept the disappointment, because this new beginning is for you. This Ace of Diamonds is yours. And you got some big come up financially coming in here real soon.